the UK government has indefinitely shelved its planned reforms aimed at streamlining the gender recognition process, a move fueled by concerns over the burgeoning influence of Reform UK and anxieties about a potential political backlash. This decision signifies a significant setback for transgender individuals in the UK, leaving the current cumbersome and arguably discriminatory system intact. The proposed reforms, which would have simplified the process of obtaining a gender recognition certificate, GRC, a legal document affirming a person's acquired gender, are now effectively dormant, with no indication of when, or if, they will be revived. A Labour Party source confirmed to the Guardian newspaper that the government has deprioritized these reforms, suggesting that they are unlikely to be introduced before the next general election. This decision reflects a strategic retreat by the ruling Conservative Party, seemingly prioritizing political expediency over the rights and well-being of transgender individuals. Internal government sources, speaking anonymously to The Times, characterized the reforms as a potential boon for Nigel Farage's Reform UK party, suggesting the government consciously chose to avoid a potentially controversial debate. Their rationale, as expressed to The Times, was a calculated assessment of political risk. Why would we open that particular can of worms for ourselves at this particular moment? This statement poignantly reveals the government's prioritization of political stability over social justice. The current process, as highlighted in a 2023 Guardian article by former Shadow Equalities Minister Annalise Dodds, is widely criticized for its invasive and dehumanize. Dodds described the system as intrusive, outdated, and humiliating, emphasizing the undue burden placed on transgender individuals who must navigate a complex and often judgmental process. The requirement for a panel of anonymous doctors to decide something of momentous significance, based on reams of intrusive medical paperwork and evidence of any surgery, underscores the systemic issues inherent in the current GRC application process. This highlights the considerable emotional and logistical toll the current system imposes on applicants, forcing them to disclose intimate details of their lives and medical history to an unaccountable panel. This process, many argue, is not only unnecessarily burdensome, but also deeply disrespectful of the dignity and autonomy of transgender individuals. The Labour Party, meanwhile, is keenly aware of the rising electoral threat posed by Reform UK, a right-wing populist party that has gained significant traction in recent opinion polls. The party's surge in popularity underscores the volatile political climate and the potential for anti-trans sentiments to influence voting patterns. The parallel with the United States, where Donald Trump's anti-trans rhetoric played a significant role in his presidential victory, serves as a cautionary tale for the UK government. Trump's administration has implemented a series of policies actively targeting transgender rights, including executive orders that undermine transgender protections, dismantle diversity and inclusion programs, and ban transgender athletes from women's sports. This anti-trans agenda in the US serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of neglecting the needs and concerns of the transgender community. The Scottish government's attempt to introduce a self-identification process in 2022 further underscores the complexities of this issue. While the Scottish Parliament approved the legislation in December 2022, the UK government, under Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, intervened and blocked its implementation the following month, highlighting the deep political divisions surrounding transgender rights in the UK. This intervention demonstrates the power dynamics at play and the significant challenges facing advocates for transgender rights in navigating the complexities of the devolved political cis. The current situation leaves transgender individuals in a precarious position, with the promised reforms indefinitely stalled, leaving the burdensome and deeply problematic existing system firmly in place. The government's decision reflects a prioritization of short-term political stability over long-term social justice, leaving the future of transgender rights in the UK uncertain. The implications of this decision extend far beyond the immediate political landscape, underscoring a broader struggle for recognition, respect, and equality for transgender individuals within the UK. The government's inaction highlights a profound failure to address the significant challenges faced by a vulnerable and marginalized community.